Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's had a great week so far. I wish I could say the same. My week just kind of went off a roller coaster. I was like, man, I got all these plans for stuff to do this week. And then it's like, no, it's wintertime, mate. So we forgot to tell you about this wonderful thing called a cold. And screw your week, you're not doing anything. So that was the loads of fun that was my week. Unfortunately, I missed my stream in the middle of the week because of it. But I said that my next stream, we would be doing gameplay and not another Mortiel fallacy, which is what we're doing tonight. Granted, I don't think I really have anything to gripe about on the Mortiel fallacy at the moment. I'm certain I could find something, right? Because I'm always apparently full of stuff to gripe about. In any case, so tonight, we're going to be playing some Divinity Original Sin. God, I love this game. It's got such a soft spot in my heart. It's such a light-hearted, fun game. And it's something that I've enjoyed this game for a while. And I've played the living hell out of it already. But, you know, why not? I figure we'll probably see if we can, like, stretch out a playthrough of Divinity Original Sin right up until we play Divinity Original Sin 2. We'll keep that one on the DL for now. In any case, though, we're going to be getting into that here in just a moment. I did want to really briefly, because I completely spaced and missed it, because apparently I suck at life. I did want to give a quick shout out to that I missed on the last stream to Finodary for the subscription. You subscribed offline, which is why I forgot about it, but thank you nonetheless. You're awesome. I really appreciate you. With that said, let's get the music cued out here, because we don't want we can't interfere with the glory of the music that is Divinity. It's not something you do, because, you know, if you do that, you're wasting yourself. Just such a great soundtrack for this game too. It's so evocative, because that's a fancy term I like to use. I actually think I might be using it wrong, but don't tell anybody, because part of my image entirely relays on the fact that I'm, like, smart and stuff. You know, because reasons. Also, one of the things I love about this game is, despite the fact that it's a CRPG, it actually has some pretty smart controller support. So we're not going to start a new game, because that would be silly. Or we are going to start a new game. Good God. Apparently I don't know what the hell is going on. So let's see. Should we go for... So normally I would be like, hey, let's do it on the hardest difficulty, because fuck all the things. But I have a feeling that I might die very quickly, because it's been a while since I played the game. I might die, and then that was a short playthrough, right? So we're going to do it on tactician mode, because, you know, yeah, we're going to do it that way, just so that we're on a hard difficulty. We're not playing around, but we're not going to blow out or save for you know, the first chance we get, like the first battle you get into, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, sorry, you're done, go home. So my favorite part of all of these games is always to create some silly nonsense here, but real quick, actually, let me back up so I can... Let's do this properly, yeah? Boop. Boom. Okay. Now we have the game up. I'm trying to get that position. One of the things they never tell you about chairs is that position in a chair where you're lounging, but you're still sitting up straight to where you're not, like, screwing your back, yeah? Okay, so of course the part of the game where you make the most ridiculous character you possibly can imagine. His name is not going to be Roderick, nor is her name going to be Scarlet. Trying to think if we should do... How should we roleplay this, yeah? Because I always like to, starting off, get the kind of the outset of what kind of character I'm going to be using. So I don't think I've ever really gone through a full witch playthrough. So maybe we'll make him like a witch warlock, whatever you want to call it. And we will name him... Gotta come up with something. Something like really edgelordy. Well, if I did this, that's got to be a check. If I do this, well, oh, you know what? What am I thinking? There we go. Now we've got our. I can't really make him. Yeah, we'll make him a free spirit.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
There must be a way to spring this trap safely.
Yeah, he's gonna be completely pale as shit. Oh, that's very dastardly of him, or very dashing of him. Let's see. We can't have him with have him blue hair. Yeah, let's do wizard with blue hair. Should we have a mohawk and a giant thick mustache? Because why not? Ooh, but that one's curly. There we go. Get the faux hawk going on. Yeah. Let's see. Some of the hairstyles in this game have always made me laugh. Like, that's the anime hairstyle. Like that you see in every Final Fantasy game. I feel like we need to do the mohawk. I feel like that's important. Get some... Yeah, we can make him look all mean. Get a nice beard going on. Some face tattoos, you know, because those are all natural things that a wizard would have. Or a big bushy mustache. Kind of sold on the big bushy mustache. Just because. And blue hair. And of course, yes, he needs the starry trousers. That is also important. I never ever find a portrait that matches the character I've made. So I just try to get something that's remotely close. That's part of this game too, is that your portraits never fucking fit. Ever. And you're just like, yeah, I'm used to seeing this portrait of this guy this way, so we'll do it this way. He's gotten a haircut and his mustache has grown out since he got the mudshot taken. That's really what the story is here. Is that he's taken a different path in life. And by taking a different path, I mean he's become a witch. Or should we do Shadow Blade? Ooh, we could do Shadow Blade. I've never done that one before. But then witch. Which witch should I witch? Yeah, I'm feeling like we need to stick with witch, just because. And then I'm going to tweak into the skills here in a moment, but So secondly, for our female character, it's not going to be Scarlet. Who should we name the female character? Let's go with... I'd be lying if I didn't say that I was taking the cheap way out and just picking one of the bunny names. But we'll say that that's not the case. Okay, so I'm thinking Maniac for her.
There must be a way to spring this trap safely.
And we're going to make her... let's get her hair going on. The Leia buns. I'm thinking the dreads. We're gonna make her like a crazy warrior. Get her the white face paint. Oh, I kind of feel like actually I might try see if I can get something close to that. Ooh. I'm allergic to those hairstyles. I'm sorry. It's something I've been working on, just never really stuck. So we could go with that. That's about as close I think, because there's no bald hairstyle in here. Otherwise, I would say like it's some kind of ritualistic thing. But we'll go with this one. And yeah, she's gonna be some crazy. I mean, we could still stick with these. That works too. With white hair, yeah, that just does that. That's too much. Gotta make it red, I think, because she's like a berserker, you know, crazy. I don't know why. What is the point of even selecting the underwear? I don't even know. And then we change her female, change her to male, you know. Okay. So we've got that. She's not going to be Enchanter. She's going to be Inquisitor, Knight. Could do a fighter. Get that tank action going on. Yeah. I'm trying to go for something a little bit crazy melee character. I think the knight is the way to go. Yeah. Probably. Because this is kind of your more safe, stalwart character. And then you have your kind of more melee based one. So I think that's probably the direction we'll go. And so her, yeah, she's going to be kind of crazy. This is gonna go so well. Okay, so let's check out. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Divine Light. I'm not gonna lie, I've always been annoyed by the starting things here. Battering ram is kind of almost necessary for getting in close in like early fights where you don't have positioning advantage, but at the same time I feel like I'm gonna have a very difficult time trying to make these sets work here on tactician mode, but we're going to do it nonetheless. This is the reason why I didn't choose the hardest difficulty, because this way I'm not going to completely fuck myself. So we've got cure wounds because I feel like that's probably important. And yeah, so we'll stick with that. Get the melee power stance. Okay, and then his starting skills, we're going to keep it all within witchcraft, because I fucking hate summon spider. Don't judge me. Well, malediction, that's a curse, yeah. Oh shit, yeah, that's right. I do like that one. Although Bless is a good one, and I don't have rock armor. That's, I think, the next level up. Okay. But regeneration is also incredibly powerful, and that's... I'll probably regret that, but we've got Oath of Desecration to give that damage bonus, like, because this is insanely good damage bonus. It does minuscule damage, and then, okay, so I don't feel like I really have any offensive abilities in this setup. Once I get Bear Daughter, then I'll have at least the option for a good archer, and then yeah, then we're gonna go into here. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Willpower 1. We're going to take 1 away from that and put it into you, charisma. No, he's not going to be charismatic, or should he be? It's a very good question. Lore Master, I won't need. Go ahead and actually do double down on witchcraft, because I'm just so this is gonna go so badly. I love it, but it doesn't give me any more to start off with. Oh well. So the thing is, as I'm thinking about it here, what's going to end up happening, so I'm going to end up cross-classing the fuck out of this guy anyway. That's what I seem to do pretty much anytime I have a mage. Is, I mean, there's a lot of them that I could really get into, but I know that rock armor and geomancer is a huge one. Oath of Desecration ends up being a huge one late game. Just because 40% damage bonus that this guy gives is just huge. And then the healing from Hydro Fist is also really good. So I'm still tempted. I'll go back to that one, because there is also Shadow Blade, where I can do Aerothurge and Scoundrel abilities, is what it looks like. Which is also kind of fascinating to me. Although I could do, instead, have Aerothurge. Oh, I already have Witchcraft, so take it out of there. He's got 1 on sneaking. And then I would say This is a tough choice, guys. Tough choice. I could do a marksman witch. That would be interesting. See, I have these difficulties in making choices. That's really what it and I have problems with commitment, guys. Okay? Don't judge me. So maybe I'll just keep it simple. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll throw in there. Okay. Why does it have these expert marksman skills already thrown in here? Like, oh, this requires oh, never mind. Novice. I can't read. Don't mind me. Okay, so probably going to throw in regeneration to start, and then Oath of Desecration, and then we'll leave Malediction out. That seems like that's a pretty good pairing. And then her, I think I have pretty much, I think this is about the best I'm gonna be able to do with her, because I really need to make sure that I stay within the armor specialist. And I've got two-handed. Yeah. Okay, so this has been like the shortest ever selection process I've ever done. Okay, so I think we're good. Are you sure?
In the
No.
days of old, the sorcerers of Riverlong cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source. But a terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave Source hunters are all that stand between Riverlon and the dark power that threatens to destroy it. Wherever Source appears, hunters follow.
Rise and shine, Master Source Hunters. The captain wants you up on deck. Hear them calls? Means we're close to shore. I don't envy you going there, Master Source Hunters. City's full of undead, hungry enough for blood. But you're supposed to investigate that murder, ain't you? They say it's Source that did the Counselor in. Source in a city like Sicil, nowhere safe anymore. Here they are, Captain Sir.
God's blessings on you, hunters. You'll be happy to hear we've reached Sicil. But there's trouble offshore, so we'll have to sail in carefully. Here, have a look. Those are orc ships, and they're blocking our passage. We'll get you as close to the city as we can, and drop you off in the beach. Be wary now. Orcs are on the attack. Undead have closed every route out, and there's a sorcerer on the loose. For you to get justice for the Counselor, you'll have to keep your wits about you. May the luck of the gods be with you both, Source Hunters.
Yes, may the luck of the gods be with you. Because nary will anybody else. Blah blah blah. Okay, I think we've skipped that part, so we're gonna go ahead and skip shipwrecks. Although I don't think it really tells you that. You just show up here. Whoops. If so, I just skipped that, guys. Sorry. Okay. So Yeah, I'm playing as the witch. Witch?
More junk.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna pick up junk. I like it. It's fun.
If I didn't know there were orc ships raiding to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
At least the orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's dark-dealing sorcerers that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy.
We actually do want her in the lead, because she's our knight. She's our heroic knight, who actually looks kind of crazy. But you know, heroic knight.
Is that a corpse? What's it doing here alone?
What? Did you expect it to have an entourage?
Oh. Rejoice, for the statues have granted my wish. Their whimsical nature, however, must not be taken lightly. So before I soar through the sky like an eagle, I shall attempt a mere hop from the cliffs down to the beach. This should be a small feat for a man that can fly. If this experiment is successful, the sun shall be my next target. By the way, in case anybody who didn't know, that was totally a reference back to Morrowind, where, yes, you guessed it, the Scrolls of Icarian Flight. Except for this guy didn't have the Scrolls of Icarian Flight, he had a Rain Scroll. So, there's that.
Can you believe this? The man jumped off a cliff at the behest of some statues of all things.
Keep in mind that she's the maniac. So of course, she's gonna think a leap of faith.
True enough. History is made by those willing to risk it all.
Get those romantic points. And I'm just gonna collect seashells by the seashore. No, that's shocking, yeah. I don't even know why I'm collecting half of this shit. I never end up using it. I don't even know if I end up selling it for that matter. No, really, I'm not sure I even sell these seashells. I think people are just like, hey, these are junk. Why the hell do you have these? Because I collect them because I'm bored, apparently. Guys, I hear that if you put it up to your ear, it sounds like the ocean. Or maybe it's that I'm standing beside the ocean. Who do we have here? I would focus in on you, except my vision seems to blur. I appear to have extremely bad nearsightedness. So, you know, that's a thing.
Source hunters, how did they find us?
Take the stone to the temple.
Soul hunters, how do they find us? By wandering down a beach.
Arise, fair dead. Seize upon our enemies.
Alright guys, this is the part where I die almost immediately. First battle of the game. So we really need to oh, for fuck's sake, they summon in two guys. Oh, shit. I forgot. Okay, I forgot. get her Oath of Desecration. And then I am going to... Jesus, this is going to go badly. There's not really a place that I can move that is less in the line of fucking fire. Well, those guys are archers, so it's not going to really matter. I just need to, I guess actually getting closer to them, yeah? So, by the way, if you want to know a great way to start things off poorly, a good way to start things off poorly would be to throw a gas grenade into guys.
Wait for it.
He's still alive? You've got to be fucking kidding me.
My kingdom for a dry shirt.
Okay, he died. Oh, he died somehow. Okay, now we're in range to use Vampiric Touch, though. Aren't you out of spell points? Wait, where's your thing? Doesn't he have... Oh. What did I do? Is he equipped with daggers? Oh, for fuck's sake. He's equipped with daggers! This can't go any worse. Okay. I'm gonna just charge this guy, finish this one off. Yikes! That didn't kill you. Sure, let's get behind him. I don't know why, again, I have daggers. This is of course going horribly.
The grave opens to welcome you.
Yeah, we can just get up in his face. Damn it, stop poking me in the eye.
Once more.
What a jackass.
Death is its own deliverance.
So
Their leader said something about escaping with a stone.
Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Can we get inside? Those thieves were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead. What stone could they have been so keen on taking?
of course, because I'm crazy, maniac type, I can't just stick to orders. No.
Until we're briefed on our intended investigation, every wasted moment is an outright defiance.
Obedient. Ha! So, by the way, though, this is because I wasn't paying attention. This is gonna go very, very wonky very quickly. As I, yeah, as he has no, he's got daggers. Oh God, how could I fuck that up so badly? He's got daggers. Sure, let's do that, shall we? I think that's about all we get here. What do you mean we shouldn't go to through this ancient stone gate? Nonsense, I say. Look, there's crates and things that are in crates that are locked. You know the great thing about this game? You don't need to worry about unlocking stuff. That's poppycock. That was probably a horrible idea, and I probably missed something incredibly important in there. But you know, it's really about the overall experience and stuff. I didn't want to pick that up, so we're gonna throw this down over here. Unless, you know, a whole crate in one's inventory seems like a good idea. Wait, did it not throw it? That's fine. I just wanted to move it out of the way.
Careful! There's a mine in the middle of our path.
Someone must have an interest in protecting whatever's kept here.
Yes, it's these rats. The rats are the ones. They have a keen interest in hiding whatever's in here. I could give him a bow. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It's not like
I've always heard there's typically more to a king's tomb than meets the eye.
It could be a myth.
This seems to be broken.
It could be our lucky day.
Ah, parchment. Parchment is a very useful thing that does stuff. I would say that I write with it, but I don't think that she's really smart enough to write. She is, after all, just a muscle-headed berserker. So, you know. There we go. Hey, cloth bracers. That's nice, yeah. Ooh, and a chest key? There we go. I'd say that was a score. I think I just got the key to the chest that I just broke open. You know, because reasons. Alright. Or maybe it's the key to this chest over here. Nope. Yet another one that I'm gonna break. Oh shit, that one's not gonna break so easy. Let's give it one more time. Nope, that one's really tough. I'm not gonna break that. So sad. Hey, look! I can try to lockpick it. Right? Right? This can't possibly go wrong. I lockpicked that somehow. Teleportation scroll. Teleportation, the 100% guaranteed way to piss off people in multiplayer.
What's this? I found something.
Certainly did. I might have a broken sword.
Door, but I don't imagine our weapons would survive such use for long.
Yeah, my weapon's gonna break likely before I ever get to town. So speaking of get to town, let's give her a little quick save here since we haven't done that yet. Alright, so we do have, if you guys remembered way back when, we do actually have a rain scroll that does make this nice and easy.
Gods, weep upon the earth! My kingdom for a dry shirt!
What's this burning pile of nonsense you say? Bollocks. No such thing. Oh, what's on top of the dent? There we go. Made this very easy to pass through and you don't have to worry about it.
Look out! I see a trap nearby. Better to detonate that mine safely than trip over it myself.
Yes, that's what I've always heard. However she's able to pick these locks with no experience on the matter is beyond me. But, you know, whatever. We'll just not talk about that, you know, it's that's the key to the fucking chest is sitting right there. That was depressing. Like, I'm an expert lockpicker, guys! By the way, here's the key. I didn't actually need to do any lockpicking. This is the trickier one. Yeah, that's what it wants me to do. I have to cast a fireball. Which now leaves fire on the ground. Well, that didn't exactly work out to my favor, did it? So I'll just go over here, let that burn out for a bit, because that, fortunately enough, does eventually put itself out. Eventually. In the meantime, I can get this green fishing rod here, which will invariably become my weapon should this sword break, which it most likely will. So I'm preparing for the eventuality that I'm going to screw things up. Alright. Okay, fire should be gone by now. Oh, look, a chest! So now, coming up here, we're going to have this this moment of I think there's a fight coming up with a couple of zombie types. The key on playing on hard difficulties is not getting ahead of yourself and forgetting to save, because the moment you forget to save is usually when you've done this. Fuck. Wait a minute. Is the bad guys down there? I think they are, but I don't think I can interact with them and trick them into coming up here yet. Hooray! And all was well in the world, and there was much rejoicing, and they were forced to eat Sir Robin's minstrels. The end.
I've spotted something.
Yes, I see.
I've spotted something interesting.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you pay attention to your surroundings and you don't get caught up in what you're doing. And this would be our first save scrum of the game, because we have no other way of detonating those. Okay, so now, once again, go here, get the flare scroll. This time we are going to detonate the far end. Right around here.
Spirits of eternal flame to my aid!
Naturally.
I've spotted something interesting.
Go, 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 go! Okay, we're past it.
Shh! I think I hear voices downstairs.
The last thing we need is to surprise another angry summoner.
You guys want to see my really god-awful sneaking? Where are rocks? Where are rocks?
I feel uneasy here. I better keep my weapon at the ready.
So, you know, I'm just gonna go over here. That's still in your range, isn't it? Fuck. Yeah, whatever.
Comrades, we are all exalted above all others.
They're not gonna live really long. I don't even know why that was even something I bothered with. I was like, yeah, they're gonna die. To be fair, I've done this at least a couple of times to remember that. Oh, fuck. To remember apparently to. Yeah, I know. Can't remember if there's anything else I want to grab in here. These are all broken pots. Broken pots. Dude, that rat's helping us out, man. He was like, yo, guys, I'll click the switch for you.
This seems to be broken.
Oh, I see now. He's avoiding it this time, right? Oh, that's right. I forget. I gotta put a vase there. I swear I'll come back for you. I'm never coming back for him.
Ho hum.
And a cooking
box.
I mean, the real question to begin with was, why was he even standing on that in the first place? I really can't say. Is there any real point to that? Except saying, hey, you can split up the party. Should you? Not really, but you can. Also gave you your beginner's first crafting supplies, like, oh hey, in case you guys didn't know, you can craft stuff. Here's some arrow shafts, and here's an arrowhead, and you should craft that.
This seems to be broken.
Here's the switch to keep the door open. Now here's the part where we actually do have to split up. Hey Willow, don't die. Don't die, because he's okay. I think this is our... and good, it's saved. This is actually going to be less pleasant than I personally like, but, you know, whatever.
A living rat dares disturb the slumber of the dead. A thieving fool insults the sanctity of the grave. The bloodstone defiler, where is it? In life, I toiled to care for these holy grounds. In death, I protect them from profaners and poachers. The legacy of Cecile is mine to preserve. Her traitors are mine to destroy.
I did meet a trio of strange cult-like figures before the entrance of this tomb. They seem to have that precious stone in their possession. But you're not gonna believe me, are you?
Strange indeed. Robed indeed. Your tricks will not save you from... I suppose you only crept among these sacred tombs for leisure. I suppose you had no lust for the treasure of the dead. Ha! Run if you like, defiler. Whichever way...
I've got a present for you. Specifically,
Time to deal some damage!
okay, here we go. See if we can at least knock out one of these archers. Ow! Haha! I feel suddenly very robust and, man, I don't have enough action points to do fuck all, do I? I'm gonna get wrecked. This is gonna hurt a lot. Oh no! No! God, this is... Oh.
Sweet relief.
This is, this suddenly became a much less, shite. Oh, might as well just go up to him in the face. Oh, Christ.
Not so fast!
Holy shit! Dude, you got fucking decked! That's that oath of desecration, by the way.
Meet your demise!
Death never dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
Feeling trapped!
Those attacks of opportunity are really what's fucking them. She just... God damn. That's got hurt so bad. I have not so far died yet, which I suppose is something. Okay. Some healing potion goodness.
Sweet relief.
Ah, yes. The locked ancient... What the fuck? Did I miss the key? I missed the key. I swear I am not that...
Here lies Master Ragequin's first apprentice, killed by a falling corpse.
Yes, I actually do. This is kind of going in order from the first to the second.
Here lies Master Ragequin's
even though they really don't necessarily connect, it's kind of along the lines of, I don't know. I still like this game a lot, even with Dioso too. I'd say that if this is the best game, or if that's the best game ever made, this is probably in one of my top 10 favorite games. So here's to see how badly I'm going to fuck up this conversation check.
Hold it right there, orc scum. No one slips past the Legion unchallenged.
What's the difference? Well, pretty much DSO2 expands upon like the major features of the game. It has more classes to choose from, more spells, more map area, and it's a bit in the future too from this game. But it also, the biggest part about it is it has more choices. Like in areas where you don't even necessarily think that there's not choices.
Julius. Does it look like one of them orcs to me? Not a single horde in sight, you know.
And the one of the things I love about these games is the voice acting. This game, the voice acting is great. In DSO2, the voice acting is just superb. Like, everybody seems like they just give a fuck about voice acting in this game. So you kind of really can buy into the characters a lot.
Just hold your tongue, will you, Bibius? Can't be too careful. We are sworn to protect Sicil.
Let's see.
We're legionnaires, of course. On the lookout for orcs, for they've been attacking from the sea. God knows why they do it, but we stand firm. We of the Legion, liberators of Rivalon.
The liberators of alcohol. That much is very certain.
Liberators of liquor too, aren't we, chum?
Shh! Just pipe down, will you, Bibius? Aye, a noble word for watchdog, that. For that is what we do. Watch over the local dogs that ever so often aim for one another's throat, and separate them to keep the peace. Separate by the sword, that is.
So it's not, I wouldn't say it's a direct continuation, because the stories don't exactly overlap in like the sense of it being kind of a direct story continuation. It's more of a, it's set in the same universe in the future. At least that's what I gathered of it. Okay.
Best way to calm a wily dog is to neuter it. Ha! Spay for pay. Legion's motto.
Just put a sock in it, will you, Bibius?
What do you want to know?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
You want to know?
Ask him about Counselor Jake. That's gonna go well.
So it's Jake you're looking for. Ship sailed on that one, I'm afraid. Fellow's dead. Murdered.
He's been murdered. By pirates, you say? Well, isn't that fancy?
Can't tell you much more, except that I heard he was found face down in a puddle of blood, being used as a water fountain by his own pet mongrel.
Oh, that's a fucking sight when you think about it. By the way, if anybody has not played these games, I highly recommend. You can usually get Divinity Original Sin Divinity Original Sin on sale for extremely cheap, like $10 or less, and DSO2 is only $45 at full price. And you know, just throwing it out there that Steam's winter sale is likely to be coming up here very soon, so that may go on sale then as well. So if you have not picked up either game, and you don't really have to play one game to play the other, you can enjoy them as completely independent experiences. They are well worth it. Fantastic games, literally. And then the fact of you don't deal with any of the AAA industry BS like loot boxes, right? That's a selling point unto itself.
They say it was his wife that did it, and I'd bet a bottle of brandy they're right. A devilish flirt, that one.
As if that proves anything. Just keep your trap shut, will you, Bibius? Bunch of barbaric bastards, a lot of them. They'll kill your spouse and eat your children. We've been putting up a fight against them, to be sure, but they have the strength of an ox in every single one of their fingers. Takes an army to dress down a dozen.
So, Classic is actually the original version that came out, and it's perfectly fine. It's just the game as it was originally. Enhanced is literally just all, like, there's a couple of little extra bits in there. I think, like, some, I don't even know if you call it downloadable content, really, but you had a couple of added characters and extra features, and it added in full controller support. So overall, it's just kind of a more refined version that they made, excuse me, over time as they were making the game. I generally recommend that you go with the Enhanced Edition over the Classic. There might be some small changes to some quests that were made a little easier or a little bit clearer as you kind of progress through them, but otherwise they're not really hugely impacting. But it's just because some people might want to experience the pre-alteration for some of those quests that were more difficult. Not difficult in challenge, difficult in the fact that they weren't very clearly explained to you. And I think that's really kind of what's what determines it. But yeah. and also, if you start playing the Enhanced Edition, you too can be liberators of the Legion.
Well, we did bring a Legion.
The liberators
Just
of
bite
Legion.
your lip, will you, babyers?
I believe we are close to Sicil. Maybe.
Sicil, yes. Where fishermen come to live and street dogs come to die. Now, which of the two would you be, then?
Just cut the cackle, will you, babyers? Now then, stranger, if it's the city of Sicil you're looking for, you're heading in the right direction. Even though most folks are trying to escape rather than reach the damn place these days.
Lapisulia, thank you for the cheers. Yes, liberators.
Not that I could blame them. This place is cursed, I tell you. First the dead rise from their graves, and then entire tribes of orcs sound the trumpets of war. You take to the rifle, less.
So, you're sorcerers, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend. But for all we know, those papers say you're a polymorph parrot on the lookout for a 2-bedroom birdcage. They don't prove a thing.
And see, that is some accurate storytelling right there. Because grunts, back in the days of yore, if you will, grunts typically didn't know how to read. It was only the well-to-do and wealthy people that actually could afford to teach their children to read.
You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads. He has books large as a house, that one. Yeah, he'll squeeze the truth out of you, one way or another.
I don't need an escort, especially Drago.
Excuse me? I'm not gonna be pushed around by two inebriates. I say we sober them up, and quickly too.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this is gonna go badly. I'm gonna have to paper, scissors, rock this son of a bitch. And, this is... Oh. I always lose the paper, scissors, rock, by the way. This is one of the things I don't much care for about the game, because it always feels like the game is rigged. So... Yep, we gotta do Intimidate, because that's the only way she knows how to talk. She's a berserker, right?
You'd let these lowly grunts order us around? I thought you had more
badly.
pride than that.
This is gonna go so badly. Here it goes. Yeah. I get it. It's just gonna keep going round and round she goes. Oh no, I won! What? I won the argument.
No. We'll do as I say, and there's an end to it.
Wow, I actually
Kevin,
won an argument,
come along.
guys.
You're not far from the city.
So there is a good purpose to convincing these guys to come with you, but we'll not say it just as yet. To get some backup coming up here.
Bloody orcs! Come, let's go back to the bridge that the source hunters had led big roots.
Of course you'd fucking run away. What a bastard. Okay, so before we get in here, we're going to do some maintenance, make sure that we're all repaired up. We've assigned our attribute points and so on, because that's definitely something we want to make sure we do here. Let's see. I'm gonna say add a point of constitution. That seems like a very smart idea. Can't believe I started with daggers. That was so bad, by the way. So bad. I don't know how she got Lucky Charm. I could give her expert marksman, you know, because why not? So she's got two-handed. I could throw on a willpower. That seems like a fair. Yeah. Okay, so, and then him, we will throw on another point of intelligence. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, we'll throw on a point of intelligence, and then he's got a point into dual wielding. How did I fuck that up so badly? I might as well. Jesus Christ, that's so bad. Oh, for fuck's sake. I have to at least put a point into wand so I can do something of fucking value with this guy. And then let's go ahead and go into our inventory. Let's give her a sort here. Okay. I think. Hold on a minute. I'm actually going to go and do equipment here. I don't think I have anything else here. Yeah, except for aged robe, which is worse than what I have by a lot. Alright, so 12 to 28. Oh, that's much better. Practice sword is much better. It's a green gold. It's so great. Love it. Okay. This is where things really went fucking awry for me. Sure, Zandelor's trunks. Let's go ahead and put those on. They really don't do anything. Gives me a +1 to initiative. You might be able to get away with the lack of armor for now at least. Put on the cloth ones. I don't think I've got anything else. Okay. Let's throw that on her so she gets more armor too, because that's actually really important. And I think we are about spec'd and ready to go. So now, can you have summoned or tamed monsters? So in a manner of speaking, yes. There is actually in the magic trees, there is a whole set, which I can't view because I don't have them. There's a whole set of skills in the magic tree that you'll see different summons. And the most notably, starting off, if you have the Geomancer tree, that gives you a summon spider to start off. But you have different summons in different trees. For example, the witchcraft tree, that nets you the... ooh, no, I don't want to do that. That nets you the... why is my brain not working? The summon, like the necromancy skills, like summon bone, whatever guy, that sort of thing. Okay, there's that. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and clean up the skills now. Get these out of here. Get these squared away now. Definitely don't need that Staff of Mangus nonsense here. I love how they're just sitting there in the background, by the way. You can't... I don't know if you can hear this, but they're just sitting there fighting in the background. It's pretty hilarious if you ask me. You can summon with different classes, and to be fair, you don't have to pick a preset class. You can actually kind of tweak your own in the settings. You missed that part of the stream there, but I kind of made my own, and I accidentally messed it up a bit because I wasn't paying attention. But we won't talk about that. Okay. And we're gonna give him the scrolls here. Oh, we got to actually give him the scrolls because I'm brain dead. Yes, I remember how to do things and stuff. Send a willow. Send a willow. What is this guy? I apparently learned a bunch of crafting stuff. Doesn't that make you guys feel happy? Knowing that I have learned the sacred art of crafting nonsensical stuff. I know it makes me happy. Okay, so I think... that's actually a bunch of stuff in there. Yeesh. Okay, so now we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and hop into combat. We're gonna play it cool, try to... and they're all aggroed on us. Oh shit. So let's not play around. Let's get that out the desecration on her.
Gods, forgive this transgression.
And then can we throw One of these guys. Too far, too far. There we go, frozen. Good. So we've got one of them frozen. These guys over here will likely take down that guy pretty quickly because there's 3 on 1. But we do have to worry about this guy, the Orc Shaman, and the other archer back here. So those are our major concerns here, because this Orc Shaman's going to make a big problem for us. Shit, all these guys are going to make a big problem for me.
A sharp weapon deals more damage.
All right. Oh, for fuck's sake! Don't do that. Don't do that, guys. For real, this is gonna go so badly if you guys can't kill that orc trooper quickly. Okay, good. Because I need them to draw some attention away from my guy. Yeah, there we go. I'm all right with that. Yeesh. That vampiric touch. So let's see if I can give one of these guys the boot. That should help take the heat off of me a little bit. Oh, fuck. Voila, guys. May I introduce death number 1. So let's they're still keeping going. They're just like, ah, that's no big deal. They died. We don't care. At least I saved right before I got to this. So the key I think on here is I need to get down here as quickly as possible. Okay. So I think I got further down the beach, so I might be out of the range of God, I hope so. Let's get desecration on there.
Wreak havoc!
Get him. Oh wait, I do have the ice shard. Can I throw that at someone? I am out of range of everybody. I need to be a bit closer, so I'm going to make a bit of a tactical draw. That is a regular barrel there, not a flame barrel, so I'm going to make a bit of a tactical draw over to here. Oh, come on. There you go. You guys can all run off to your death quickly now. This poor schmuck, he is so screwed. He's so not gonna have a good day. Yeah, them attacks of opportunity are a bitch, ain't they? Okay. Have to get that melee offensive stance on so we can get some oh shit, I'm really close to that fucking barrel. Oh god damn it, I'm so fucked. That's okay, we can... And that also has a nice effect of covering up the ground, so I'm in already a better position. I'm gonna move over to here. Kill that shaman! Yeah, get him! Make him waste his turn on a regeneration. That's not a bad idea. Just hopefully you guys don't get wrecked. Uh-oh. And he's bleeding. He's bleeding badly. And we are going to teleport this guy again out of the way. There we go. Yeah, get him. Okay, the shaman's down. That's probably the most important one, although these guys are not doing so well. So that guy's unfrozen, but he hopefully should fall.
Freedom for my craft is but a distant memory.
Those attacks of opportunity are wrecking you guys hardcore. Oh. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? I want to avoid going through the ice slick there. Now I want to try to see if I can get it to land maybe here. A banana at the bridge. Yeah, good point. I really should have. Well, I think I can probably just move over to here. I should have also really... I forgot to actually get into my perks on here, because I really could have made much more use out of some of my perks, and I forgot to select them, which really is disappointing. It's unfortunate, but... I try to, when I'm on stream, not do what I normally do in person, which is spend an hour in the character creator, like, obsessing over little things. Like, do I want to put 1 point into this guy or 1 point into that guy? Uh-oh, he's not long for this world. Okay, I think I can get in there.
Meet your demand!
There we go. And then I can get a regen on this guy. Can I? No, I'm not quite in range for that yet. Hey. Oh yeah, I forgot about the guy that slipped on the ground. Oh, that poor dude. He's so screwed. He's so screwed. No, listen. Stellaris will eat your life away, and not in a bad way. Like, Stellaris is an amazing game. I love Stellaris. I've don't know how many hours I've lost to that game.
Your wounds are my rewards.
Poor Black Cultist is so screwed. There's that guy. This archer. Oh, he got one! Oh no!
Did you
Who was
see
that joker leading
Those orcs had a human commander.
Damn traitor.
We're Abibius and Junius.
How very
Didn't
disappointing.
they hear the fight?
Bibius and Junior totally fucking bailed. And I get gold!
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
Yes, vengeance and stuff. Oh, no. Final Fantasy Tactics, like, I don't know how many CRPGs you've played, but, yeah, this is especially when you start getting into later battles, this is much more intensive. So you have environmental effects that you start playing with later in the game, like, in my endgame character that I've had a couple of times around now, I usually end up with a mage who has all sorts of environmental effects because, I don't know, I love playing controller classes in a lot of games. And that's what inevitably happens, is that I end up with one guy who can, like, freeze the ground, create rain on the ground, that sort of thing. But I never actually ended up using him that much because one of the guys in particular was so cheap, and that's Bear Daughter, who we're going to be getting here in a moment, once we get into Seal. Bear Daughter is an archer, and as I figured out very quickly, archers are ridiculously OP in this game. Because as you notice on here, my witch has this ability called Oath of Desecration. Oath of Desecration gives you a 40% damage bonus, which is massive, right? And then I would put it on, I believe it was Rain of Arrows, I think is what it's called, which is just an AoE arrow attack. But I would put her in the Archer Power Stance, Rain of Arrows, Oath of Desecration, just... It would wipe out all of the mooks in the battle so I could focus on bosses, and it was pretty cheap. It was pretty silly. Hey look, it's a cat, guys! Well, we all know that he's secretly the bad guy. Because he's a cat. Am I right? Am I right? Anybody? Huh? We all know the cat's always the bad guy.
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel. Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Seal.
Really? That's the only conclusion that you can come to, that the orcs were disbanded easily, and your only conclusion is that source hunters have arrived. Because apparently nobody else is worth a damn. No problem. I assume Searox was the name. Thanks for joining the stream, mate. Study hard, stay in school, and be intelligent and stuff. Cats are definitely not chaotic neutral. Cats, I would say, are neutral evil, or actually, excuse me, are chaotic evil. At best, they are they might be chaotic neutrals, but to be frankly honest, I think they're all chaotic evil. If you think that they're chaotic neutrals or even chaotic good, they have you fooled. That's really what it is. That's their game. The best lie that Cat has ever told is that it's not evil and not trying to assassinate you. Mark my words.
You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city.
Was it now? I can already see the plot unfolding. He called us to the city so that he could follow us around and stare at us until the right moment when he can finally trip us down the stairs like he's always dreamed of. I'm not paranoid of cats, shut up.
So you were, and so you weren't. Behold!
Behold.
There we are. Meet my other half, Hunter.
Behold, he's not a cat. Or is he a cat?
Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks and guile, but I assure you my plea is an earnest one.
He's a wizard rife with tricks and guile, or is he a cat masquerading as a wizard? Because we all know that cats put on human suits to blend in among us.
Avert your gaze, and I'll handle this threat for all our sakes.
I love the guy back here who's a fucking Sean Connery. I'll handle this for all our sakes.
So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same.
Sardines for salad. This is what this guy has here. So a bunch of cat jokes.
Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead.
I mean, that could be a logical conclusion. If you only see undead, though, I would surmise that you probably have a mental condition known as M. Night Shyamalanism.
Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a peek. So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed, but to be frank, I have my doubts. She seems a likely candidate, to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a frolicsome look and wink.
Oh, really, now?
Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard in her shop near the town square. That's where you'll find poor Jake's widow. A human, you say? Truly?
Yes, there was
but
these
that would
black
be
cultists.
Like a kitten leading
I feel
a
like
wolf
that's a bit racist, though. Why do the cultists have to be black? I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that they were dressed in black robes. But, you know, whatever.
And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts. A shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves a bit strangely nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand.
Yes, it would.
Ah, the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging on at a weary pace indeed.
Really now?
The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without my magic-infused ballistae, they'd have gotten the better of us by now.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but
this
who
guy just
are
has
they
a
and where
lot
do they
to
hide?
say, doesn't he?
Alas, that searching for
This
them
is
is
how
like
you know
searching
he's a
for a
cat.
single louse in a lion's mane. Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The Orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already choking throat, and it shows no signs of abating. We've cordoned off the western beach where most Orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools.
That's totally what it's about.
Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise?
Yeah, well, I don't think you're taking a feline, guys. I think that you're a feline taking a human, guys. Don't
Such magic is a gift, Hunter. to tread upon the realm of instinct. Even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate. To be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness. You couldn't possibly imagine the thrill. But of course it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of two worlds. I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter. And I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want.
So much to say.
I've set up a workshop in the Legion's headquarters. Once you're there, just take the stairs. But do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Sicil. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your enemies prove to be mere mice, and you the dauntless mouser.
Sects, undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Arhu mentioned?
Yes, why don't we? Problem I have is that I want my pet pal perk, but I forgot to select.
I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
We'll get to that. We'll go find Bear Daughter first, since she's actually conveniently on the way. One downside about the isometric view in this game that's always kind of messed me up is I still, to this day, have difficulty properly moving around the town. Like, I get confused and turned around very easily. I saw that. I saw that. Sheep don't do barrel rolls. As I got turned around again, didn't I? Yes, I did. Every time. It's not in there. I need to go up this way. Because the rule of thumb, of course, is that we all have a bit of divinity in us, yeah? No, up here.
Ah, cruel fortune. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
There we go.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Virius! She bit me in the face!
She bit
Look
her.
on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly'll be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, Screech woman! The beast speaks? So you've half a brain behind that feral maw, have you? The cretin's question crossed her lips and aped an air of aptitude.
That was sloppier than
I think that was an
insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Virius. You'll only encourage it.
Yes.
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
You shouldn't have fucking tapped her when she's in the middle of hunting then.
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wild.
Yes.
That's a mighty big if. We can't have one of our team wandering off into the wilds when we need her to be watching our backs.
Can't say I'm surprised. You wouldn't want an untamed thing like that sleeping next to you at night. Now it's for us to decide.
If I've got my say, we'll take her into the...
What? I didn't say that.
Source Hunter. Do you reckon the vendors...
Well,
that's a mighty big if.
Can't say I'm surprised.
She may have the... We got report... I tapped...
Bit Tullia right...
Enjoy it while...
What are you talking about? That's nonsense.
Source Hunter.
Well,
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it?
Heed me, sir.
I don't know what that was about. That was silly nonsense if I ever did hear it.
Sorry, sir.
Source Hunter. I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans.
Oh, yes.
I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Yes, it's best to be wary because, I guess, reasons.
Sorry, sir.
Or is it a source of great beauty and despair? All of it uniquely human. It's really not.
It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. I am glad that now I have you standing beside me. Even if one burns hot while the other wheezes cold. Perhaps in time I will come to know my own kind as you have. And perhaps then I will decide for myself whether ours is a noble kind.
Okay, and stuff. Anyway, so now we've got Bear Daughter and all of her cheap OP archer goodness.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
So, and then I'm gonna rearrange her skills here because she certainly does not need that. We're just gonna clear all of this off here.
Get to shining recruits.
Still power stance, ricochet, and then that works. Does she have some? Yes, she does.
Those boots that embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Attention! About face!
There we go. All right. So we have our team is a building here very quickly. We've got Bear Daughters joined our expedition into insanity. Because let's be honest, that's really where this is going. None of it's going to go any sane direction whatsoever. In any case, so this is kind of where we're going to get started with this playthrough of Divinity Original Sin. And then, like I said, once we get done with number 1, then we will be moving on to Divinity Original Sin 2. However, tomorrow morning there will be a stream on here for the Pixel Crashers podcast. That will be tomorrow morning at 9 AM. However, I will not actually be there for that. It's going to be run by Banshee Charger and Zyphon and Deathstride09 will be there. However, I will be absent. So feel free to tune in to criticize them and tell them how sloppily they're running the podcast. I'm kidding. Don't do that. That would be cruel because we want to build up their confidence so they can do it more often if they need to. In any case, though, After that, I will be back on Monday with probably another game stream, and then Wednesday with a Mortiel fallacy. And we'll probably set it up to where Monday and Friday are going to be game streams, and Wednesday is going to be Mortiel fallacy. And kind of keep it sticking with that way. So, in any case, let's go ahead and quit the game because we don't like that game. He's so meh, you know, and stuff. Ugh, because, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles or something. Anyway, let's go and get some tunes on here because, you know, that's always fun. And then let's go ahead and find ourselves someone to host on here. Have a handful of people that we can throw down for a host. Let's see. It also looks like our stream decided to tank its speed, which is great. So as we're chopping up here, I apologize to everybody because that's stupid. Anyway, let's go ahead and throw a host over to Size 16, who's also playing a more strategy focused game. He's actually playing some XCOM 2 over here. He loves his XCOM 2. I believe he's playing War of the Chosen currently with some mods on there. So feel free to head on over there, say hello to him, and make sure to let him know that, I don't know, to get good. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Get good and stuff. I'm just kidding. Anyway, we're going to get signed off here for the night, folks. And then we'll be back. Like I said, they'll be on here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time for the Pixel Crashers podcast. And then we'll be on again tomorrow, Monday evening at 7 p.m. Pacific time for the next game stream. So until then, you guys have a good night. We'll check you next time.